Hello. It is 8:43 p.m. on September the 30th of 2021. And, well, I've got part of this missing, you all. But there is definitely something in the sky behind the clouds. See, this is St. Petersburg, Russia today. This is what the sky looked like. The sky also looked like that in Argentina. It looked like that here where I'm at in Indiana as the sun was going down. There is something in the sky behind the clouds, and I think it is a massive ship. These beams of light that are coming down right here, you can see them. They're coming down right here. I think that they are like the windows of a massive ship, like the one we saw on Table Mountain. That's what I think that is, because the beams of light, they're all going around all over the place, you all. They're just coming down like that. And if it was anything else, why do they got to cover the sky up? Why do you got to cover the sky up unless something's up there and you don't want people to see? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, just like in South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa, you can see the image below. There is a massive ship that has shown up in the sky. And it starts off very teeny tiny, and it's supposed to be the sun, but it's not the sun. It's not the sun, but it is bright as the sun. And behind that ship, I think, is a massive red planetary object, is what I think is happening. You know, there's a lot of webcams that I would go to and like do live videos of the sun as it was rising and setting. 90% of those places are not available anymore, or the cameras, they're not working anymore. Same way with the plasma. Something is happening, you all, and these beams of light, when you see these, when I saw them on the water in Russia, I thought, yeah, I said, now, no, that's not clouds doing that, because, especially after seeing the ship yesterday in Africa. No, that it's not just normal clouds, you all. It's a massive ship in the sky, and there's some kind of planetary like object up there in the sky, and it's red. It is red, you all. Let me Gina, honey, you got to get going. Hello, everyone. Let's go here. So I think we're here on this one right here. I think we are. So I'm going to let you all see this. So this is South Africa, the Cape Town, South Africa. You're going to see that ship literally appear. Right there it is. It's starting to appear. Again, this is in Cape Town, South Africa, 1757. It's starting to appear right there. It starts off as these little circle-like things. Then it's going to get really red, and it's going to start going down, you all, is what's going to happen. It's going to start going down because it's real. It's a real ship. No, it's not a sun simulator. That's not a sun simulator that you're seeing starting to appear on the screen. I'm not saying there ain't no sun simulator, but that's not a sun simulator. You know, there's just three, 1, 2, 3 in a row. Okay. Let me pause that right there. So we got these three things in a row. You can see it on the screen right there. Okay, you can see it on the screen right there. Let me do this. Let me shrink this down, and 1, 2, 3. That's what it is. Okay, now look at this. We got these rays of light, like these like windows, literally coming down. You see the curvature right here. 1, 2. You can say 3. And look. Okay, look how it's kind of curved, because they're spanning out like a fan, because there's a massive object up there behind those clouds. That's what's going on. There's a massive object, and it's like the windows of it, or its lights. It's literally causing this to come down like that. Now, the rays don't even make sense, because the rays that are coming down, okay, they're at an angle, and yet, look, these are like coming straight down, you all. This is a ship that they're hiding in the sky, and they sprayed so much today. They really did. It was so much they sprayed in the sky. Okay, I'm going to show you something else. So this is, I I don't know if you can see this, but this is in Argentina. Look at this. The sun, you know how it's so bright, okay? And we've seen this before. This is clearly, look at this. I'm gonna show you what is right there behind the sun right here. This has like it's obviously, it's red in the background, but then this light right here, it's round, it's outlined, it has an outline to it, and you know that's why they make it so bright too. They don't want you to see what's behind it. So I would say that the sun simulator can come into play. Whatever they got up there, some kind of apparatus up there in the sky, yeah, they got something up there blinding us and heating us up because they don't want us to see what's behind it, and there's clearly something massive behind it. But when I look at this right here, I'm seeing two massive objects behind the sun. I see the sun right here. Then I see another round, massive object right here outlined. It has like a greenish outline. And then behind that is another massive object. I'm just going to show you the outline of it right here behind it, because this red goes all the way around. There's like two now. But this ain't no joke. Nothing like this. This is not a joke at all, you all. It isn't. I don't know if you can see it better in this picture. See, it's clearly visible. And you've got to do a lot of filtering at times with some of these cameras to bring out that image, because the sun is so blasted bright you can't see nothing, but you can see a hint of red is what you can see, you all. And see, now look at this. So here's the Cape Town right here. See, this ain't the sun simulator right here. No, this is a massive ship is what it is. Let me go over here. So look at that. Right there, that's Russia right there. Let's come back here and let's look at this, you all, because it's still going to do the same thing. And you know what I saw when I did some research? Let me get on here, you all. Let me pause this for a second. When I did some research, well, I didn't spend too much time researching because, you know, yeah. But they are expecting the Anunnaki to return in 2022. That's what they are expecting. Let me see what it said, you all. I'm going to see what it said. If you're on here, let me see if I've got this pulled up here. The return of the Anunnaki. Look at this. Somebody wrote a book. 2022, The Return of the Extraterrestrial Anunnaki, based upon the Anunnaki, Final Warning to Humanity, The End of Time, and the Return of the Anunnaki in 2022. Revised and condensed, announcing the return date of the Anunnaki to Earth, and the final warning and the apocalypse. Well, we know our world has been turned upside down. The Mayan calendar and other return dates. How about 2022 scenario? Identified cities in India for the return of the Anunnaki, Earth's designated landing areas. I didn't know they said anything about India. Find out the holographic pictures that showed them the entire sequence of the Roswell crash. Dulce Base 10 underground levels, meeting of the Greys and the military. The United States authorities would not cooperate with the Anunnaki. Well, see, I didn't know this, and I just did a fast search on that, you all, is what I did. But let me turn this back to me. So we're going to go back over here to South Africa. We're going to look at that because I think that the rays that are coming down from the sun, I think it's from a massive ship is what I think it's from. Yeah, see, you all got to be nice on here. You got to be really nice, or you're going to get yourself in trouble. Okay, we have excellent moderators on here. We do. I'm so glad to have them. I know you all are too when you're trying to watch a video and then you have trolls come in, but hey, we got some good moderators. They're the best. So let's look at this, you all, because this is real. They were taken out and their ship went into the sun and you showed it live. No, they did not get taken out. I think the Anunnaki are immortal. I don't think they ever died. And you're not going to hear me say that the Anunnaki went into the sun and their ship got taken out. Those words have never came out of my mouth. And they're not going to come out of my mouth because they existed way back before I existed, way back before you existed. And And if you believe in reincarnation, see, look at this. Like, if I could count all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me tell you something. So I have this friend, and she stepped outside of her house one evening. It was still a tad bit bright out, light out, and she looked outside her door, and there was this massive white ship. It was like a pearly white. It was very smooth, like pearl, okay? And it had these windows all in a row. It's like a great big old disc-like thing. It literally stretched way past her entire block, okay? She couldn't see the end of it because it curved. She looked up in the sky, and she could not see the end of it, you all. There are people who have seen massive ships in the sky with their own eyes. And you may say, well, if they're seeing them, why isn't other people seeing them? Some people have the gift of seeing, okay? Some people have the gift of healing. Some people have different types of gifts, and we all don't have the same gifts, okay? And we cannot dismiss these people who have these gifts, you all. Those ships are out there, and there's different types of ships. And as for the Anunnaki, I'm sure they will return. I don't really know. I'm kind of, I don't have any negative or positive feeling about them. I'm neutral, you. I'm like kind of observing, and I'm documenting because I know we got a lot of stuff going on right now in our world. But these Anunnaki, I don't think their ship blew up. They have more than one ship, you all. They do. More than one ship is, yes, they have more than one ship. Okay, now see, look at that. See, that is South Africa. And, if you was to look at this, see how hazy it is? And look, these right here, if it wasn't so bright, I'm sure the people could see, but you can't see that. If you're looking up in the sky, if you're in South Africa, if you're in Cape Town, let's turn this to me. So if you're in Cape Town and you're looking up at that sun in the sky, you're not going to be able to see the red around the sun. Maybe you might if you have some tinted glasses on, but that reddish pinkish hue and this particular shape, I don't think you see that like that in South Africa. You might, I don't know. And if anybody's on here from Cape Town, South Africa, or South Africa, do you see the sun in the sky like this? Is that the shape of your sun right now? Because I think it looks like a massive ship. I really do. Let's do this, you all. If I can hit that, I want to take you back over here. Let me take you over here to Russia. I want you to look at that. How these showed up all of a sudden, and these clouds today. It's already poking through like that, and I really find it very, very hard to believe that it's just clouds causing this. Because sometimes you can look up in the sky and you can see great big gigantic, and I mean gigantic, shadows, straight shadows, like a straight rectangular thing going all the way down. Covers like half the sky. Yes, I am doing good, Teresa. Yes, you are from Glasgow. I'm doing good. I just wanted to check out these live webcams because, not everything is what they tell us. And, we don't have much time to put the pieces of the puzzle together. See how these are coming out? Okay, let's just hypothesize. What if this was a round ship? Look at this. What if this was a great big massive round UFO and the windows were on the side? Well, if the windows were on this side, then yes, the light would go like that and like that and like that and like that, and it would continue until it went all the way around. If it was a massive, we're hypothesizing, if it was a massive white ship. Now, if it was dark, I don't think we'd have all of this light trying to come through to you all. This is in St. Petersburg, Russia, and it's today at 17:03. See, it's the same time. How come they don't got a different view? How come they don't have a different view like Cape Town, South Africa? Because, you know, it's around the same time. But in South Africa, it doesn't look like this. Yeah. And that's what this looks like to me. It when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it's kind of, there has got to be a curvature for the light to come out like that. There actually looked like there was something circular right there, but it'd have to be something curved for that light to come out. And you see there's even more lights. And clouds aren't supposed to be so solid. They're not, really. Why do they have to have dark clouds right here and then dark clouds right here? And you can see that they clearly cannot cover it up because the light is piercing through. And it's not red beams of light right here, although there's a hint of orangish red, but it's way back there. It is reddish in the background. It is. Let me put this back to me, you all. So that is St. Petersburg, Russia. Let me show you that. Look at this. So I think that if these ships want to be seen, I think that they have technology that could literally make all this, whatever they're doing to the sky, disappear like that. That's what it could do. It can make it all disappear. If they want to be seen, they're going to be seen. But look at this. See how this is at an angle? And this is at an angle. So it makes me think that there is something like a round ship up there. It really does, the way it is at. See, now what's on the other side? Is there something on the other side of this? That's what I'm wondering. What's on the other side of the clouds? If it was hypothesizing, if it was a great big round disk, I'd like to see the other side of the clouds. And where would that other side of the sky be? That's what I think is interesting. Where would the other side of the sky be? Would they see it? Or do we all see just the one flat side of the sky? That's what I'm thinking. We all have a one-sided view, just like when we look at the moon, we only see one side of the moon. Now, are we just only going to see one side of the sky? We don't ever see what's on the other side of the clouds for some strange reason. And I'd like, as in this instance right here, I want to see what's on the other side. Now see, this really kind of looks curved right here too. It could even be big round 3 or 4 or 5. There's something round right there. It could be a cluster of round ships and or orbs or something like that. Yeah, I want to know what's on the other side of the sun. Is yeah, there's something reflecting red right there in the back. And then you got the yellow. Where's the yellow coming from? You know, they said there was a black sun. I thought they said the black sun was the real sun. See, look how this light is just literally coming over here from that side. You all, and I forgot all about Cape Town, South Africa. Look at that. That's a ship. That's what I'd like to say. Look at that bird. It was suspended in midair. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so now see, we seen this last night is what we saw. This now, see, it likes to spin around like that. See, now this is it's gonna look like the same thing every night as it goes down. There's yellow around it too. So that's South Africa, Cape Town, where they have the largest extraterrestrial base in the world, right there underground. And their UFOs, they come in from over here, and they go down into the ground right over in this area. There is a shaft where they they go into the ground and they come up out of the ground over here. And then they go like this, and then they go on their way to wherever they go, probably into the sea, because I heard that the extraterrestrials have a base in the sea also, is what I've heard. Now see, look, this is still St. Petersburg. People are still walking on the beach. You know, but they did our sky like this today also. I don't know if your all sky was like this today. Was your sky like that today? Completely covered up. It was nonstop all day long, and it didn't clear up where I'm at until late in the afternoon, late afternoon. Yeah, like a portal. They are tired of hiding themselves. Bang, bang, mucka bang. Yeah. You know, I was going to show plasma. I was going to show the plasma tonight. But how long have I been on here? Let me see. I want to see how long I've been on here, if I can. 21:22 is how long I've been on here. You all. Northeast, and yes, it literally, it was all day long here, and there was all these frequency waves, and they were going all kinds of ways in the sky. If you saw it, because I saw it also, you all. You know, one day, let me do this. I wanted to show that video right there, you all, but I'm going to have to show it for another day because it's the plasma in Argentina. And it's real. Okay, that's a plasma being in Argentina, and it's real. Just like those ships, our world is changing. We really got different types of entities in this world that are manifesting themselves. They really are. I know a lot of you probably saw that video that we did on the live webcam in Argentina, but yeah, this is wild. It was so wild when it took that. We got time for plasma, but do we want to have plasma with the spaceships, you all? Because this plasma video, I can't show all this plasma video because it's too long. But we can see some of the transformation that took place with that plasma. And, you know, I'm looking at that plasma, and it looked like there's a being coming out of the eye of the plasma. Yes. Are we on that, you all? I can't tell. Okay. Yeah. The angels are recording everything. Well, and somebody says that it could be something like the Akashic records or something like that. Yes, you are. Yes, plasma. See, watch this. Okay, I think see, watch what this happens, you all. It was so wild. I don't think this camera is available either. It might be, but I can't remember. You know, that's not normal to see that on there. It's not. I heard that in this particular area there are extraterrestrials, interdimensional beings that have shown up. Yeah, this was really cool. This was by far one of the most fascinating. Look how that plasma shot up there. It was one of the most fascinating videos that I had shown. Look at that, you all, the transformation. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Yeah. There is positive plasma, but there's some dark plasma, you all. There is. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's plasma. That's the plasma that I've documented. That's just one of the webcam plasma events. But it was one of the most interesting because also in this place, you see that? Also in this place is where, see, look at that, you all. You can't make this up. This is living plasma. This is living plasma. You can almost see like an eye here and an eye here. You can see all of that kind of stuff. Yes, Beth Rubel. This plasma, you all, you know what I should have done? I should have like just put this in an individual video because I don't really like mixing up spaceships, UFOs, and plasma, although they could be one and the same. They really could be. Yeah. Oh, well, you're so welcome, Jay Ferris. Well, I don't think it's a praying mantis, but it's pretty interesting. It's this video right here, you all. I'm going to skip forward because I don't want to be on here too long. I'm going to skip forward. It looks normal right there. Look at this. Let me come over here. One of these events. Look how that plasma went up there. This was a really good documentary on that plasma because it continually changed its shape. What happened was these right here, they kept extending down and down and down, trying to get more energy. That's what was happening over here. It was reaching and reaching and reaching. And this plasma right here was trying its best to become a solid one like these, is what it was trying in the video. It was so cool. I think we watched that video for, it was around an hour and 15 minutes is what it was. Yeah, I'm not going to show too much of it. Here's where that looked like that insect cocoon. This is the whole thing. I showed this before. There's beings inside of here. This is like a ship. The camera kept panning from one location to the other. See how big this got? Because this right here, it kept giving it plasma, and it made it get bigger and bigger and bigger, is what had happened in this video. And, of course, you didn't see it because I haven't showed that whole video, but that's what happened. Let me see something, you all. Yeah, I don't want to share it all tonight. I don't, because it's a lot. All the different shapes of the plasma. But that by far it was very, very interesting. It really was. Let me take this back to the beginning, you all. I'm not going to be on here much longer. I'm going to be getting off of here. But yeah, I loved the plasma when it was showing up. But that's okay. It is all right, you all. We're going to have to get off here because I am really just a little bit tired. And I'm not going to end this video on the number time that is on. But yeah, you all check out those live webcams because there's a lot of things that you can look at. And it's interesting if you find plasma interesting, if you find ships interesting, the sky, the sun, and something massive behind the sun as it's rising. There definitely is something in the sky that they don't want us to see. That is a given. It is a given because they cover it up too much, the sun, when it rises and when it sets. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Yeah, and thank you, moderators, for moderating. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you and thank you once again. And please give this video a thumbs up. And I look forward to sharing with you other things that are out there because there's so much more to share and so much more to discover. We just got to keep on keeping on because our journey's not over yet. We got a long ways to go.